Okay, part two. Um, we're delivering pasta from Syracuse to Krakow in Poland. Like I said, this is part two, so this is mid-delivery. If you want, you can just tag along from here. If you want to see the first part, just hop back to the video before this. We're about to go through a toll booth. I think we're still in Italy. Thankfully, the telepass thing was right here. Just coast on through. We got 800 something kilometers to go with the fuel tank. Counting down, especially quickly when we're accelerating. We need to sleep again in 4 hours and 50 minutes. So, and time is 4 in the morning. So let's go ahead and plan that stop now. I'm going to go into the map view. Let's take a look. Okay, we're here. Still in Italy. And we need to sleep in 4 hours and 47 minutes. So let's, and we're going to, ETA is 20 hours. So I don't want to sleep too soon. So I want to keep it kind of, well, 3 hours and 9 minutes. That's pretty good. What about this one? 3 hours and 47 minutes. That's even better. That would give us 1 hour margin. That's pretty good. This is 5:20 now. We'll do this one. And hopefully, let's put out the filter for fuel stops. Yeah, this would be great. 3 hours, 47 minutes. We need to sleep in 4 hours and 47 minutes. So we got exactly 1 hour margin. And I like my margins, like you could tell from the last run. Everything went to shit when I didn't have my when I didn't have my margins. So planning, huh?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I like to consider myself a, you know how in Sweden we have this expression, it's probably international. I'm not sure. I don't want to. I'll explain it to you. It's we call it a time optimist. So a time optimist is someone that is always late because they're optimistic about how long something is going to take and how much time they have. Well, I am a time pessimist because I always like I'm always early to everything I do in my life. Always, like every client, you know, appointment, everything, what is it called, interview, especially an interview or something really important, especially if I have to drive, go by bus or train or something like that. I would actually rather take one train early to be sure that I'm not on a train because if the train fails, I have a whole train as a margin. So normally I am always 30 minutes early and I have to sit and wait. But like I can't be right on time. That would kill me to not be early. Hey, look, looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunrise. We are going to arrive. Yeah, we got 3 hours, 8 minutes. We're probably going to be able to see this sunrise. Train riding by over there. You think it'd be nice to go by train? I know a lot of people do it, but man, I don't know. I'm such a road trip, person. I've never been on a train vacation. I don't think I have a stomach for it, I really love a road trip in a car. With family or friends, whoever you're going with. Just the freedom to be able to pull over, pull up to whatever you see, Just seeing everything from the car. I bet you there's nicer views from the trains though, because they go in. Highways aren't the most fun, thing in the world. But, maybe I'll try it sometime. You should never say no, I know my wife wants to go on a train vacation. If nothing else, I should do it for her. Vacation in Italy. Sounds pretty romantic to me. Can be frustrating in real life. Truck driver in left lane. Look at this. Nice colors. So now I don't remember what the map said. We're coming up on northern Italy, right? See if we can see it on the little GPS screen. No, I can't really see anything. So far, though, southern Italy's been just a tad better, but I've only been here on the highway, so it shouldn't be that quick to judge. Bet you it's pretty hot in southern Italy, though. We have the outside air temperature here underneath the time, 17 degrees now, Celsius. Wonder what the rules for visiting nature in Italy is in Sweden we have this thing called well, in Swedish it's called allemansrätten, and that means literal translation would be every man's right. And it's a law that states that everyone is allowed to, you know, be in nature. So there's no trespassing in Sweden. Of course, you can't go onto someone's backyard. That is, you know, regulated, of course. But if there's a landowner can't say that you're not allowed to walk on his land. So we can go, you know, into nature endlessly. You're allowed to sleep one night at the same spot, and then you need to move. Of course, as a person, you also have some responsibilities. Each individual has to not, you know, you're not allowed to cut down trees or whatever. I know a lot of a couple years ago, bushcrafting became a thing, and what that means is people go out into the woods and they kind of craft stuff from the woods, like they build shelters and whatnots. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to use. I know there was a bunch of German bushcrafters traveled to Sweden to shoot their videos or whatever, and they made a mess. It's just, so you're not allowed to do that. You can't cut down trees, obviously, but you're allowed to be there and, you know, walk anywhere you want. But I don't know, you know, what countries have that and what countries don't. And I have no idea what it's like in Italy. Not that I would want to go too far into nature, but just hike would be nice. Now we're in Emilia-Romagna. Wow, check it out. Feel like we've been here before. I mean, I know I have driven here before because the road on the GPS there is yellow, but wow. Fuel economy is not what I was hoping for, really.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit.
Oh, this
right.
is where we should already. Wow.
Turn right.
Time flies, huh? Well, it's good to be on top of it, at least. 7 in the morning, and we're gonna get some rest. Okay, we're rested. And we need to get some fuel. Running a little low. So we're gonna need to do one more rest before we're... before we're there. Fuel we can get right here. That's nice. I remember this. I think I've seen this brand of... Well, looks identical to the one we stopped before. Maybe it even is the same one that we stopped at before. Probably is. But what I mean is, yeah, this is the same one we've been in before. Or it's reiteration. Okay, let's go. Step outside. Eerily familiar, at least. Oh, we need to back up a little bit. There we go. Alright, now fuel is good for 2,234 kilometers. That's more than we need to get there. We have 1,162 kilometers to go. 53 minutes of real world driving. 16 hours and 48 minutes of in-game time. Not want another fine. So as you'll see, they'll reuse some assets, and I mean, you have to, I guess you have to expect that. Like fuel stations and then the cargo pickup points, they will look identical. Not all, I mean, there are a couple of different looks to the depots, but each one of them won't be, you know, uniquely handmade. More so in the newer, like the newer DLCs. But for general fuel station, like
keep
rest
right,
stop garages
and then exit right.
and stuff like that, they'll reuse assets, so it looks identical.
Exit right.
One thing about my new car that is I like very much, but it is not, you know, in the long run, I don't know, long run maybe not that good, because it's got this, you know, when I go into cruise control, it'll read the speed limit signs and adjust the cruise control accordingly, and that is just fantastic, because if there's two things that I am very tired of with driving, is adjusting to the speed limit and then turning on and off the headlights in the night when you know, when you're meeting another car. So it does a lot of things Yeah, the Ford, it does a lot of things by itself, but those things are the things that I love the most. However, it is making me, less uh, less aware of the speed limit signs. Because when I drive a car that doesn't have that, I'm like, at any point in time, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Am I supposed to do everything? I remember sitting down, like, I bought this car for this vacation that was this summer, and then drove it for the whole summer, and then I sat down in my my work truck. Oh, cops, come on, honk! Didn't get there. Oh God. Well, now I'm down to, oh God, 2 points reduction. Jesus Christ. Oh God. So I was saying, maybe I shouldn't mess with the cops, or maybe I should. We'll see. So, yeah. So I drove the smart car for like whole summer, and really loving all the features. It's fantastic. And then I got into my work car, and that thing doesn't have anything. It's got a reversing camera, I'll give it that. But the rest of the car is just manual. It's got a rudimentary cruise control. And I sat down and I'm like, wow, do I have to do everything? Do I have to do everything in here? Like, you're not gonna stay on the road for me. You're not gonna accelerate. You're not gonna brake. You're not gonna read the speed sign. What am I? Like, what am I, a driver? So there's that.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
You ever been on a hot air balloon? I don't think I've ever heard of a hot air balloon accident, but man, I am never going up in a hot air balloon. I am not afraid of heights, like I work at heights regularly, but just being so out of control, or sorry, with being in such a confined space with like surrounded by so much risk and having no control, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I get that the view is great, but nope. Not doing it. I like seeing them though. I love seeing hot air balloons, especially when it's like, multiple. Coloring the skies.
Keep left.
This is nice. Sound barrier's got glass, see-through. It feels kind of sad, you know, when it's this one that like doesn't have it. So like, it's driving in a corridor. I mean, I get why they put them up, but views, man. Gotta get those nice views. Hey. Merge up here. Maybe a kayak-centric vacation in Italy. And I'll look up some good kayak rental places. Bet you that'd be cool. Just straight up planning a vacation at this point. got 875 kilometers to go. We're good for fuel, so we don't need to refuel anymore for this trip. ETA is 12 hours and 36 minutes. We need to rest in 5 hours and about 30 minutes. So let's take a look at the map and find something that's 5.5 hours away from here. That should be about halfway, so maybe here? Let's see. How long does this take? 8 hours. Oops, that was way too far. Let's see here then. 5:55, so we need to get closer. We need to get something closer to that. Hopefully this one looks good. Well, looks pretty identical. 4:59, that's perfect. We got 30 minutes margin. A little, not, but I don't want to bring it too close because I don't want to have to sleep 2 times. We exit? No, we keep going. Most of Europe's got, so the GPS is very nice because it'll show the, as you can see, it'll show the speed limit for the truck. So most of Europe has got 80 kilometers, top max speed for trucks. Whereas the cars, obviously, they can go faster, like 100 or 110 or whatever. But trucks are kept capped at 80 for the most. Some places like France and a couple more have 90. That is as fast as this truck will go because it is speed capped. Oh shit. At 90, so it won't go above. If I'm rolling downhill very fast, it'll go above that. But the engine cannot bring it is like electronically capped. You can see here, limited speed 90 kilometers an hour. So the engine will not produce any more power if we're going faster than 90. It'll just be quiet. But 90 kilometers an hour in a I wonder if we're at like 30-ton truck, 20-ton goods. I mean, the truck doesn't weigh nothing. That's it's pretty fast. But in Sweden it's 80. Well, like I said, most of Europe's 80. Let's go in the right lane here because they're bunching up. And the gate is open. 44 euros. I'll take it. Let's go. Not a race or anything, but. Yeah, we're making good time. My wife made my favorite dish last night. It is a curry stew with chickpeas and flour sprouts, I think they're called. It is just fantastic. I could literally eat it until I explode. So I need to I need to stop myself when I'm doing it. And there's leftovers, so hopefully I'm gonna get some leftovers today. I'm sorry, I won't be able to stop. I can't stop. I'll get another fine for sure. Cat is on my desk. You can see him here on the right hand side of the screen. He's on my desk. He's hungry now, so he's staring at me like, get the point. It is time. But he gets hungry early, so it's always this torture for him. Like the last 30 minutes before he gets his food is I mean, he's got a well-tuned clock, so we know when it's about time. But, oh look, these guys are on an accident. Oh, but it's scared across the road. Guy, we're not going south. We're northbound. So, he's the last 30 minutes is it's torture for him. He thinks we have forsaken him. Of course we haven't, but he's a foodie, so we can't really give him, you know, some people can leave the food out for the cat, and the cat will just go and eat it whenever the cat is hungry, but this guy, he's, the vet said he's chronically chronically hungry. I feel bad for him, but what I gotta do, I can't just let him go wild. He'll explode too. He'll be like me with the curry stew. So, the AI traffic is, you know, like I told you before, it's alright, but sometimes they do, like, weird things, like really weird things, especially when there's a merge. They don't really act like, gotta really be on your toes. Like the accident we had back there, the reason why I, you know, emergency brake is because I tried to stop before the merge, because rarely will they stop, so they will just plow into your sides. You need to be in this game. You need, I expect you need to be really careful with it in real life as well. But here you need to really look out, because they'll just ram right into you. You won't always get the fee registered, the ticket for crashing. Because it's like the game knows that you weren't, you know, causing it. But yeah, I don't like crashing, and it'll damage your, you know, trailer either way, or your truck. You don't want that. So you really got to be careful with it. Keep left, alright. now, Klagenfurt, it looks like we're in Germany. We're probably across the border without me knowing it. Or noticing it. All of a sudden the sign started speaking German. I haven't been in Germany for a long time. Another IKEA. I haven't been to Germany in a long time, and when I was there, I basically only went to Berlin. So I've been to Berlin like 5 times. Not really seen much else. I'm not a religious person, but we do this thing in Sweden we call confirmation. We do this thing with the church to kind of, I don't really remember what's the point of it all, but it is a ceremonial thing that you do for whatever reason. And I did that because if you did that, you got to go on a trip to with the group to a look at this view, man. You get to go on a trip to France, to a little village called Taizé. But they have this monastery. And, well, let's say that when we were there, God was looking away. Because it was just beer and cigarettes. Fucking. Yeah, it was wild. It was great though, going in a bus with the whole group and the pastor or whatever. He was a great guy.
Keep left.
He had the darkest voice I've ever heard in my life. And like up to the ceiling tall, big old man. It was very nice. He was very kind. It was a great experience. Like I've said, I'm not religious, so it was wasted on me. But just hearing them sing in the monastery that we were visiting, and just having that, just going on that trip, was wow, it's amazing. And I was like, man, I don't know, 14 years old. It was great. I remember I met my first real girlfriend on that trip because her name was Anna. And she had this long blonde hair. It's this crazy memory because from the tent area, so we lived in tents, and it was right next to the monastery where they had the services and the singing. It was a particular kind of singing. If you Google it, Taize with an apostrophe on it. It's beautiful, just beautiful songs. Anyway, we were there to party, so. There was this tent area right next to the monastery, and then you could go for a short walk and you could get to kind of a spring. At least it was this, I guess this was this designated meditative area or whatever. And there was this tiny little waterfall across the stream. And I was like, I had nothing to do, and my friend who I shared a tent with, he was asleep, and I was just bored, so I went for a walk. And I walked there, and like, can you imagine this stream, you know, right by my feet, and on the other side of the stream there was this waterfall, and right at the end of this waterfall, on a piece of rock or whatever, sat this girl with blonde hair. Just, yeah, I can tell you, I fell in love with her right then and there. Hannah. Doesn't count when they're on the other side of the road, does it? Whoops. And can you imagine doing this in real life? So he's like right there, staring at you,
Keep left.
writing down your license plate. We need this merge to go a little faster. We gotta sleep in 1 hour. And we got 27 minutes until we're there, so we're maintaining our 30-minute-ish kind of margin, but we're still in, like, when I think when you, I know that when you get to the cities, times kind of, in-game time doesn't go as fast, so it kind of slows down a little bit, and I think it slows down at the rest stops too, but I'm not, I'm not sure, but we are still in the area where time is sped up, so if we get stuck here for too long, we can easily outrun Yeah, we've been here in game time at least 10 minutes, so I could have pulled over here to sleep, but didn't think about that. Didn't think about that. "44 minutes until I need to sleep, 21 minutes, we're there." I think it's gonna be fine unless they crash again. So yeah, going to that trip in France by bus from Sweden, it was just fantastic. Once you leave Sweden, unfortunately, you have to go through Denmark. No, I'm kidding. But then, like, the highways of Germany, we had to stop for food, and it was an adventure for sure. Here we go.
Keep right.
5 minutes
and
until
then
we're there.
exit right.
27 minutes to spare.
Exit right.
Good old Shell. Now we just need to find our designated sleeping area. So it's the blue little icon there. So it looks like it's on the other side by that Asfinag. Think we can squeeze by the DFDS truck? Well, we'll go through on the left. I'm not sure on the right. Not gonna stop for fuel here. Oh, he's okay. Oh, it's by the bus there. That's great. Rastplatz, Bad Blumau. Sorry, German language. I studied German language in school, but I haven't been to school in a while. Okay, we're stopping here, getting some sleep, and then we'll continue for the last bit of section.
Drive safe.
Okay, we're rested. We got 24 minutes left to go until we're in Krakow. I think we're going to be able to pull this off. We got a bit of a night drive to go. Hopefully the traffic will be nice and wild. Hate to be in that situation. A friend of mine was talking about a game we had a like a misery index. So I don't remember the setup of the game. Don't really matter. But you know, it's personal. I think it's like where stuff ends up on your personal misery index, because like that guy having a flat tire or whatever on a highway, Germany, 2:30 at night, 6 degrees outside temperature, and it's raining. That's pretty high on the misery index. You know, out of like, you know, day-to-day stuff that won't kill you, you know. But depending on the situation, you know, just doing the dishes can be like pretty high on the misery index. And I think everyone has their stuff that, like, to me it's high on the misery index, whereas for you it would probably be, you know, nowhere. And it depends on kind of who you are and what you're used to doing. Like my clients, like I said, I'm an electrician. So whenever I come to their homes and do what they ask me to do, then sometimes it's like I'm a magician, you know, because for them it's just, also it's regulated, so they're not allowed to do it, and they don't know how to do it, and, you know, I do, so for me it's nothing, but for them it's like this huge deal. I mean, same goes for me. I have this since I work as a electrician, I have contact with a bunch of other people of different trades.
Keep
so
right, and then exit right.
Plumbers, you know, carpenters, whatever.
Exit right.
And I was like, my shower broke, like the shower head installation thing. I don't know what it's called, that thing. And I was like, oh man, I don't know how to fix it. Well, I know I have to buy a new one and just replace it, but I don't know how to do it. So I asked this plumber, it's like, you help me out? He's like, no, you can do this yourself. And I was like, but I don't know how. And he's like,
Keep left.
I'm 100% sure you'll figure it out. Turns out it wasn't rocket science. To go left here.
Keep left.
You know what's coming. Okay, we're gonna exit, and then we're gonna move up on this overpass, and
Please watch the speed.
speeding just as we pass the cop, right where we can ill afford another Glendaffley, but like we cannot take more fines at this point. We're down to maximum 1.5 points for this 2,000 plus kilometer delivery. Yeah, it's gonna stink. But you know, Pasta gotta get there. We gotta get there. Oh, Vienna. I have a friend who lives in Vienna. I want to go there. I want to go everywhere.
Right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep right. Caution. Please mind the speed.
Like, he showed me some pictures. He went to a museum It had Franz Ferdinand's uniform from when he got shot. It's just what started World War One. It's like eerie, especially in times like these. But interesting, of course.
Keep left.
And that's another thing that's changed.
Keep right.
I change
And
as a
then turn
man. As I get older, I used to
Turn
never go
right.
to museums. Now, though, I love it. And since I didn't, I mean, just take any museum in my city or the region or the country. I've never been there. I mean, I've been to a couple. If you're ever passing through Sweden, I got one museum that you really need to check out. It's the Air Force Museum in a city called Linköping. We're going to drive past it, or we're going to drive through Linköping in this game. You can see the fighter jets are mounted as monuments. Very nice. Anyway, that museum is very nice, informative. Even my wife enjoyed it. She can't. I mean, I gotta give her to her. She really tried to be interested in like my flight sim. Poor woman. But man, she just did not want to talk about landing gear. She tried, but I can only watch a person
Please
suffer
watch
so
the
long.
speed.
Had to drop it. The conversation, I mean. Hey, look, Czech Republic. I have a friend in Czech. I have 2 friends. I have a bunch of friends. 3 friends. Czech Republic. But I don't want to go. No, I'm kidding. I they make great trucks here. This is a job that I would not want
Please
to have,
mind
like
speed.
construction or work by the work roads, road work.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
I'm sure it pays good. Nah, it's not for me. We're passing Brno.
Keep right. And then exit right.
And according to the check,
Exit
the
right.
Staro Brno is not good. And it's a bit of a cognitive dissonance because apparently the Czech beer is the best, but then all of a sudden it's not. Like, speed limit for cars on this road, for example, is 130, but trucks are only allowed to go 80.
Right.
It's an old Volvo. Rarely see them. I have a client. He has an old one of those. Nondescript Volvos. Nondescript house. He's a very... he's a soft-spoken, huge guy. Very nice. Like... lives in a modest house. Drives a modest car. Lives a modest life. And then it turns out that he's like the head of the medical installation in my city, which is fucking huge. Like, it's a big deal, but he doesn't make a big deal out of it. I really like that. More like, I'm impressed by how he never lets it go to his head. He's very humble. In general. Lovely guy. At first I thought he was like a excavator driver or something. Big guy, big boots. Not afraid to get his hands dirty. Never assume anything about anyone. little bit of sun finally. It's been raining for a long time now, it feels like. Probably hasn't been that long, it feels like. Oh no, another accident. Didn't look too bad. More hot air balloons. It's really popular in this, like, are we in the hot air balloon belt of Europe? Pronounced nuclear. But, man, we got 6 minutes left to go, like real world. 2 hours in game. And my fuel economy is at 32.4. I don't think I'm going to be able to save it. Hey, look, we're in Poland. Now, I have a theory, speaking of Poland, that I want you guys to, like, be with me and pay attention, see if I may be right or if I may be wrong. Because I've heard, this is from unconfirmed sources, alright? So I'm just a messenger here. I'm just saying what I've heard. I have heard that Polish people can't drive for shit. Don't, like I said, I'm just a messenger, so, and I want you to, you know, if I'm wrong, then tell me. But my theory is that they actually program the personalities of the different kind of areas, because, like, I've heard that Polish people aren't the, like, top tier drivers, and in ETS, like in Euro Truck Simulator, they in this region they tend to drive a little bit more, you know, tend to be a little bit more intense, so to speak. Now, I don't know if the developers actually gave them, you know, region-specific personalities, but it's just a thought that I have. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled and see if you agree with me. Because, like, I guess maybe not, because I've heard that Italian drivers aren't, you know, top tier either. But, I don't know. We'll see. Gonna make it. 4 minutes real life time, 1 hour in-game time, and dude doesn't have to rest for another 3 hours and 40 minutes. So yeah, it all worked out in the end, except for the points, of course. Can't make those back. He's actually stopping and blinking, so I have to take back what I said this a border crossing or just a toll? Looks like just a toll. We'll follow the other trucks. You know how I like to stop and get out of the truck when I'm paying for fuel? I like to also, like, when I stop at one of these, you know, you're gonna see a lot of these. I just like to roll down the window. Even though there's no, you know, interaction or anything, I like to roll down the window because, you know, it makes you feel just a little bit more, you know, immersed.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
What? Still? Oh, there we go. Lesser Poland. Okay. Way to break their spirit. I come from Lesser Poland. And like, no. Sorry. Trip odometer is 2,259 kilometers. Oh, airport here. Plane taking off? €16. Still raining. Oh, another jet.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
Best to not get another ticket now. I would feel deflated.
Keep right.
Come in with like 0 points.
Exit. Right.
Okay, delivery point is coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to... Oh, there it is. It's right here. Shouldn't be a problem. Just fit it in right by the...
Here we are, safe and sound.
I am going to go like this. Make sure that... Get a good angle on it. Okay. Straighten it out a little bit so it looks nice from a distance. Imagine watching them unload or unloading yourself all crooked. Don't want that. Here we go. We made it. With like no time to spare. Time to unload and look at some stats. Here we go. 2,407 kilometers. 32.3 per 100. So not good. Well, not too bad, but not great. Not terrible. 2 hours and 5 minutes. But this, man, ugh. Find. 4 finds, that's 2-point reduction. So there goes the distance bonus. So there goes the distance bonus. Rating was damage 5 stars out of 5, distance 5 out of 5, fines 1 out of 5. Man, fuel economy 5 out of 5, so that's good at least. And mass is, whatever it was. 47,726 truckee coins or truckee credits. I don't really know what it's called. I'll look it up. Taxes 7,000 plus. Other costs, that's the fines and the travels and the toll gates and the whatnots, 2,300. So quite a lot. Fuel cost was 1,328. Revenue, it's in the green at least, 36,921. So yeah, now we're in Poland. Next week is logging. That'll be fun. I don't even have a logging trailer, so I'm going to have to buy one and set it up. I look forward to it. Thank you for taking the time. Come to my truck talk. Take care of yourself. I mean it. You're important. See you on the next one. Bye.